Alright, how's everyone doing? Welcome to From Z to A, Alphabetical Interviews with Zach Anderson. I am Zach Anderson. Today we are here at White House Productions in Shelton for the 8th edition of Monsters of Acoustic Rock, and I am joined by Gracie Day. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. And I'm going to ask you the difficult questions, as long as they have something to do with the letters of your name.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we're going to start with G. Tell me about your first gig. When and where was it? Anything particularly notable?
G for gig. Yeah, I mean, it was... I'm going to go with this as my first gig, because it was the first time I played out, in forever. So it was when I first graduated college this summer. I graduated and I went to an open mic with my friend Jamie, who played guitar, and I sang. We did a Norah Jones song and a couple other songs, and the owner there said, let's book you. You guys should come back and we'll book a gig. And that was so exciting for me because I was so shy. I hadn't sung in public in years, and that was such a burst of encouragement, so that made me really pursue it.
All right. So tell me, do you have any pre-show rituals, things you absolutely need to do to get ready before a show?
It's funny because I just was talking to my friend Steve Deadman, who is the singer of Plywood Cowboy. I had the pleasure of opening up for them at the Cape, and he was saying that he gets a massage before every show.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, and then one of the girls was saying she likes to do something like relaxing, like go on a swim. I don't have anything like that, but I do. I would say the closest thing to a ritual is putting on makeup, because it actually is really, I like fine-tuned things. I like crafting too, so it actually is kind of like a fun way to just like get your mind visually, When I'm thinking visually, it's such a different, it's like meditative.
Sure. Yeah. On average, how many shows a year do you play? It seems like you're never not playing a show. So.
I've been playing a lot. I mean, this year really picked up more than like any other. Last year at the beginning of spring, I was like, all right, screw it. I'm gonna play everywhere that'll let me play, and I've really been. And since then, that opened up a lot of doors. So it's been about 4 a week, 3 to 5, 6 if it's crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the fall. I could hope to continue playing as much as I can.
Cool. How do you go about choosing songs for a set list?
It really depends on what kind of show it is. If it's an original show, then I like to make sure, though, that I don't do too many sad songs in a row, because I don't want to put my audience in like a depression hole. So I try to space them out. Sometimes I'll write all the songs down, make little arrows for happy, and then a downward arrow for sad, and then a middle one for not really either. Make sure I order them.
Right. Does that change depending on a show? Like once you start playing, the audience might lean towards a certain type of song, and then you kind of continue with that, or do you just stick with what you've already come up with?
Oh no, for sure. I definitely am spontaneous with it. If I feel, especially if it's a long show and I'm doing a lot of covers too, then it'll be what direction they kind of lead me sometimes.
All right. Cool. Who are your biggest musical influences?
Biggest influences. I have a lot of influence from the 70s music and the folk movement back then in Greenwich Village, because my parents used to play it a lot. So, I've always been in love with lyrics, and Joni Mitchell and Bob Dylan, of course, and Leonard Cohen. Sometimes I would read the lyrics, not even listen to the song, so I'm big on words. But also more contemporary, I really love Sheryl Crow. I was obsessed with her as a kid, Fiona Apple, all these people that are just very, tell stories, especially women who are also their own producers. That's very inspiring to me. So.
What do you enjoy most about performing live?
I love the immediacy of it, like when you're recording a song alone, or playing alone, you don't always have a reaction, and it's a different thing, it's a very private thing, and with a live performance, it's much communication, and so that's fun. You can get an immediate response sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Describe your dream duet Who would it be with? What song would you sing?
I love this question.
Thank you.
I've never had anyone ask me this before. It's a good question. I would really, as of very recently, I would love to do a duet with James Bay.
All right.
Because I freaking love his voice, and he's kind of really handsome, and we're the same age, and our last name rhymes, and I love the way he plays. He performs with so much emotion. I mean, that's really the reason. So that'd be great.
Now, I like to end all my interviews with 3 interesting or random facts about yourself that many people might not know.
3 interesting random facts. I am an Austrian citizen, also a U.S., but my mom's from Austria, so I was raised bilingual, but I can barely speak German anymore. Let's see. My birth name is, I normally don't say this because people don't talk about their performance names, but it's really not my performance name. Everyone has always called me Gracie from my parents since the day I was brought home from the hospital, but they made a mistake and named me Elizabeth.
Oh.
So my real name's Elizabeth.
All right.
And I don't even respond to it, I never have, but they thought Grace was so rare at the time that they didn't want to name me that. Yeah, and then another fun fact is, it's not that strange, but I have a cat.
What's your cat's name?
Spike.
Spike.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I guess I try not. The reason why it's maybe little known is I try not to post too many pictures about it because I'm an annoying cat person. But
that'd be me then.
There you go. Well, I'm the person that watches those cat videos.
There you go.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And no problem. Then we're gonna cut to a performance from Gracie in a second. If you'd like to check Gracie Day out, please visit the link below. And now we'll cut to a performance from Gracie Day. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Cool.
As I drive from your home, yellow dashes on the road bend to light. So then I slow the car. I know damn well where you are, but I can't go back. Like I can't touch a star. But I'm tempted by that bar where we used to go. I don't want whiskey, I don't want wine, I don't want to be alone tonight. I don't want rum, I don't want gin, don't want to lose, but I can't win. Pour me anything that'll last. What I want don't come in a glass. Just want you here with me. I don't want whiskey. I've been taking long ways home, singing songs we both know. As the summer turns to fall, is there a chance that I'll change, that you'll call? Or should I wish on a star? Or should I just sit at this bar where we used to go? I don't want whiskey, I don't want wine, I don't want to be alone tonight. I don't want rum, I don't want gin, don't want to lose, but I can't win. Pour me anything that'll last. What I want don't come in a glass. Just want you sign again. Grip the wheel, try not to steer to you. But I'm parked at the liquor store, get a bottle of Jack and a pack of cords, smash the pieces at your door. I don't want whiskey, I don't want wine, I don't wanna be alone tonight. I don't wanna roam, I don't want gin,